What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTP Sports. Phillies sweep the Toronto Blue Jays in this very short two-game series. Definitely nowhere close to as high scoring as it was yesterday. Honestly, it didn't give off that kind of effect, with the way that both teams were swinging in the first couple of innings. But then pitchers really settled in. Phillies had some chances throughout the game. They finally got an insurance run thanks to JT Realmuto's solo bomb in the ninth inning. That was very helpful. But overall, Christopher Sanchez, after allowing a lot of doubles in the first couple of innings, a little quick chat on the mound with JT Realmuto, settled them down, and Christopher Sanchez turned out to have a very, very, very good start going 7 innings, only allowing 2 earned runs. So really good bounce back there from Christopher Sanchez because, I was thinking to myself a lot of this through this game, and just with Christopher Sanchez in general with his home and road splits. We all know the story. We all know how dominant he has been at Citizens Bank Park versus on the road where he really has not been that good. And that's going to be really important come the postseason because if everything goes according to plan, and if you do end up getting one of the bye weeks for, the division series, and you get the home field advantage, Christopher Sanchez, most likely, if you do get home field advantage basically throughout the entire playoffs, you're most likely not going to be seeing Christopher Sanchez pitch in Citizens Bank Park. He's most likely never going to see Citizens Bank Park in a playoff game. He's mainly probably going to be pitching on the road. And we really need him to figure it out away from Citizens Bank Park. And today proved me wrong there because I thought it was going to be a little bit more of the same from Christopher Sanchez because he was leaving a lot of pitches over the middle of the plate to start the ball game off, not missing many barrels, allowed a lot of extra base hits, but he figured it out. And hopefully that bodes some confidence for him going down the stretch, specifically in the road starts, because we are going to desperately need Christopher Sanchez to figure it out on the road as you get closer and closer towards the playoffs, because like I said, he's most likely not going to see live action in the postseason at Citizens Bank Park if you do get the home field advantage / the bye week. So that is uber important right there. Kyle Schwarber, monster again. Another leadoff bomb, just casually. All the leadoff bombs in the world. Very nice to see. Cody Clemens gets himself a nice 2-run shot to put the Phillies back on top after the Blue Jays took the lead. Also, a little bit of scary situations because, yes, lineup today-wise, Kyle Schwarber plays left field. Nick Castellanos is your DH, and Bryce Harper played today for the most part. He gets thrown at in his left elbow, so this is not the elbow that was bothering him. It was basically his right wrist and his right elbow that have been the major problems of soreness right now for Bryce Harper and what has been affecting him at the plate. Then he gets hit, I believe it was by a fastball. It could have been an off-speed pitch. I don't remember the exact sequence there of the pitch, but hits him in his left elbow. You can instantly tell he's in pain. Probably hit the funny bone area, so that really stings, as a matter of fact. And then instantly Rob Thompson, precautionary, take this guy out. Take this guy out of the game. There is no point to playing him right now if both of his elbows are now going to be shot. Jesus Christ. And that's not a fault to the Phillies there. That's not a fault to anything there. Even though at face value you shouldn't believe anything that Bryce Harper tells you with his health right now because it's just not going well. But I really can't blame anyone in this scenario. This was just an unfortunate situation. So now both of his elbows are shot for the time being. It's an elbow contusion, and we're going to figure it out. I still am in the factor that you should give Bryce Harper as much time off as possible because he needs to be healthy for the postseason. He needs to be healthy for October. Please. Needs to be healthy. And it looks like, they're playing this long precautionary game with Alec Bohm here, even though it does sound like he's going to be back for the Miami series. But Jesus fucking Christ, can we stop getting pitches thrown at us? I think Brandon Marsh even took one off the back in this game. Like, holy fuck. Stop throwing at us. I know it's not intentional, but fucking stop throwing at us. I'm trying to get a team that's healthy going into the postseason. For the love of Christ. Man, stop. Stop. Please. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. It was a good sweep. Huge with the comeback yesterday and today. Pitching staff really took care of the business. Christopher Sanchez, Jeff Hoffman, Estevez. People were kind of getting a little bit worried with the 2-out situation because his command was all over the place, but he figured it out. He figured it out at the end of the day. I wasn't worried in the slightest. Got the job done, got the save. Offense did enough at the end of the day, thanks to the long ball, thanks to Kyle Schwarber, thanks to Cody Clemens, thanks to JT. JT is a completely different hitter when there's no runners on base, isn't he? It feels like he's a 100% completely different hitter. That is the non-clutch gene there. Whenever no one's on base for JT, he's fucking Barry Bonds. But when there's someone at the plate or someone in scoring position when JT's at the plate, he shrivels up. Now, I don't want to get into that type of description there, but, that was just something that was funny that popped into my brain. So, realistically, if you go through this game, there's really not that much. First couple of innings, yeah, there was a ton. There was a lot of ton in these first couple of innings, obviously. Kyle Schwarber's leadoff bomb, always love to see that. It was absolutely crushed. Harper got hit by the pitch, so that was the pitch that hit him in the elbow. Castellanos got the single, which moved the first and second. Stott then popped out, and then JT struck out, so no other runs scored there. Varsho, he gets a 1-out double in the bottom of the first. Vlad Guerrero doubles, and then Kirk doubles. So 3 doubles in a row there. Becomes a 2-1 Blue Jays lead. Phillies instantly respond. Brandon Marsh leadoff single in the top of the second inning. And then Cody Clemens hits his 2-run bomb. Gets the Phillies back on top 3-2. And that's basically the way the score will stay for the majority of this game. Schwarber got a single, but then Trey Turner grounded out into the classic double play to end the inning. Another couple of doubles in the second inning by Christopher Sanchez allowed. Gets out of it unscathed, basically. Top third, Phillies go down 1-2-3. This is when Edmundo Sosa comes into the game for the pinch hit for Bryce Harper. Bottom of the third inning, a 1-2-3 inning for Christopher Sanchez. Top of the fourth, after a Brandon Marsh single, nothing really happens there. Bottom fourth, another 1-2-3 inning for Christopher Sanchez. Phillies go 1-2-3 in the fifth. After a 1-out double by Servin in the fifth, Christopher Sanchez gets out of it unscathed. 1-2-3 go the Phillies in the sixth, and then 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays in the sixth as well. Brandon Marsh gets hit by a pitch in the seventh, then Weston Wilson grounds out into a double play. Nothing happens there. Bottom seven for Christopher Sanchez. He allows a infield single to lead off the inning, but then he retires the next 3 guys in order. So really good settle down by Christopher Sanchez. Had some pretty good stuff after the first couple of innings, if I do say so myself. Top of the 8th for the Phillies. This was a chance for them to add some insurance. Schwarber and Trey Turner led off with walks. Sosa then bunted Rojas and Turner over because Rojas came in the pinch run for Kyle Schwarber. And Nick Castellanos, unfortunate situation there. He hit the ball hard, just sadly right at one of the left fielders, and it was shallow enough to where Rojas could not score. So that was just unfortunate. No one really did anything wrong in that situation. The ball was barreled. Just unfortunate. And then Bryson Stott struck out in a very long at-bat. So that was an opportunity wasted. But Jeff Hoffman gets a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the 8th. Very good stuff there at the top of the lineup for the Blue Jays. Top 9, JT leads off with the solo shot. Gives you an extra 2-run cushion. Marsh then doubles, so you have another chance to add on a run, but nothing really happens there. Wilson did advance Marsh over the third, but you were not able to bring him home. Bottom 9, Estevez out on the mound. Gets the first 2 outs, walks Horwitz, and then manages to strike out Wagner to get the save and get the win for the Phillies. So good stuff there. Looking at the lineup for today, Kyle Schwarber goes 2 for 3 with a solo shot and a walk, so great stuff there by my man Kyle. Trey Turner, he goes 0 for 3 with a walk. Bryce Harper, he got hit by the pitch, and that was his only at-bat of the day before he got taken out. Edmundo Sosa went 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt in his place. Nick Castellanos 1 for 4. Bryson Stott 0 for 4. JT 1 for 4 with the solo shot. Brandon Marsh, really good day at the plate. He went 3 for 3, including getting hit by a pitch. So good day at the plate for Brandon Marsh right there. Weston Wilson went 0 for 2, and Cody Clemens went 1 for 4 with the 2-run shot. Did I say Weston Wilson went 0 for 2? He went 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts, if I messed up there. Phillies, they went 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Long ball really helped them today. Left 6 runners on base. And if we look at the pitching stats, Christopher Sanchez, 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, 7 strikeouts on 96 pitches through 72 strikes. Really bounced back after that first inning mound visit by JT Realmuto. So whatever JT Realmuto said in that visit really figured out all the problems that Sanchez was dealing with in that first inning. Just completely saved the rest of the game for him. So managed to go 7. And I believe this is the 32nd game in a row where the Phillies have won where their starting pitcher goes 7 innings or more. So keep it up. Keep it up. Starting pitching has been the major spot of the Phillies for majority of this season. So keep it going. Keep it going. Love it. It's also very important because you got the win today, and then you really don't have to worry about what the Braves or the Mets do later on today because you took care of your own business. And if you look at the standings-wise, it also did help that the Brewers lost last night, and I'm not sure if Milwaukee is playing today. They probably are. They're playing the St. Louis Cardinals at 7:40. So right now you have a 7.5 game lead over the Braves and an 8-game lead over the Mets, depending on what those two teams do later on in the day. And in terms of the league standings, you were a game and a half above the Brewers last night. Now you're 2 games above the Brewers, depending on what they do later tonight against St. Louis. But it also kind of sucks that the Dodgers continue to win, so you're still a game behind the Dodgers, depending on what they do tonight in their game. I'm not sure who they're playing. They're playing the Los Angeles Angels, so it's not really guaranteed that they lose there. Same thing with the Braves. They're playing the Colorado Rockies, not really guaranteed that they lose. And the New York Mets, they're playing the Boston Red Sox, and it's basically the same thing. It's not guaranteed that they lose. And same thing with the Brewers. Even though they lost last night, not guaranteed that they lose to the Cardinals. So really important that you took care of your own business in today's game. Really important. Really, 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 really important. So 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. And now you got a 4-game series, final series of the year against the Miami Marlins. That is a series that you need to win. Definitely just continue to take care of business there. And just looking at the schedule in general, with this series, you do have Ranger Suarez, Zach Wheeler, and Aaron Nola on the bump in this series. So, yeah, you do got to win it. You definitely do got to win it 100%. And with the pitching matchup specifically, it's Ranger Suarez tomorrow, going up against Adam Oller. So whatever happens there, we haven't never seen this guy at all this year. Then it's Zach Wheeler against Edward Cabrera. Aaron Nola going up against Darren McColgan. And I'm assuming he just was picked up on waivers or something like that. So, yeah, I'm assuming it was a waiver pickup or a trade. But his numbers have been absolutely trash overall this year. He has an 8.24 ERA. So, take that for what it's worth. And it looks like he is a relief pitcher being stretched out into a starter. So, like I said, take it for what it's worth. And then on Sunday, the Phillies have no idea who is starting in that game because it's not going to be Tyler Phillips, and it doesn't sound like it's going to be Taijuan Walker. So, whatever happens there happens. And they're going up against Max Meyer. So we'll figure out what happens there when that happens. And then after that Miami series, you come back home for 3 games. Well, 6 games actually against Tampa Bay and the Mets. So we'll get there when we get there. But now you got a series against the Miami Marlins team that you need to beat. You need to take care of business against them. So that is the important thing right there. Who did the Braves play after the Rockies, actually? I want to see that. Who did they play? So after the Rockies, the Braves, they play Toronto, actually. So they face Toronto in Atlanta. And then it looks like they have a makeup game against the Reds. And then a 2-game series against the Nationals. That's weird. And then they have a 4-game set at home against the Dodgers. 3 games on the road against the Reds. 3 games on the road against Miami. Then a 3-game series at home against the Mets, which could very well decide the whole wild card positioning there if that's the case. And then they play a 3-game series at home following with the Kansas City Royals to finish off the season. So they have some tough matchups going into the end, but their schedule definitely isn't the toughest right now. So got to take care of business when you can. And with the New York Mets, their schedule specifically, we know they see the Phillies 2 times in the span of the next couple of weeks. But who else do they play? They're playing Boston right now. They play Cincinnati next. They play Toronto on the road, Philly on the road, Washington at home, Phillies at home, and then they play the Braves and the Brewers to close out the year. So their schedule definitely isn't as tough either. So like I said, got to take advantage in your games when you do. And that's why it's very important to play against Miami, beat them. That's why it's important to beat Tampa Bay, because you got to beat them. And then, yeah, beat the Mets, beat the Brewers, so you can get some leeway there in the NL standings in general, and then take care of business when you can, because then you got the Cubs and the Nationals to close out the year. So, Got to take care of your own business, and that's the most important thing right there. So, yeah, keep on winning. Keep on doing your thing. Just keep on doing it, boys. So, let's get to some audio for today's game and hear everything that's going on. So, let's start with Kyle Schwarber, because we love a good Kyle Schwarber homer. We definitely love it there. So, let's get to it.
Display. Oh, man, he's done it again. Towering home run to start today's ball game. 1-0 Phillies. 31 career leadoff home runs with the Phils, 13 this year, and he's up to 44 for his career. They say he's unorthodox as a leadoff hitter. I think the Phillies will tell you it's nice when they take a 1-0 lead to start the game.
Always love the leadoff Schwarbombs. Let's get to Cody Clemens's 2-run shot that gave the Phillies the lead.
Thompson,
tremendous.
What did he tell us today at breakfast? He said, I thought he was going to homer in that first at bat because he was seeing the ball so well. Oh, there you go. Out to right field. Going back on it is Springer. Out to the wall. And it's gone. A 2-run home run for Cody Clemens. And the Phillies retake the lead. It's a 3-2 game.
Good positive jinx there by T-Mac on the call as well. So that was actually fun to see. And here comes JT's bomb in the 9th inning that gave the Phillies some insurance.
Marsh and Wilson, those are the scheduled hitters for the Phillies. And a high fly ball to deep left field. Schneider turns, and that one is gone. Long gone for JT Realmuto. It's 4-2 Phils. It's his 12th home run of the year.
We were asking for a little insurance, and JT certainly provided it. He gets a little breaking ball out over the plate, and he punishes it.
Always love it. Always love it. I'm trying to see if there's anything here on Twitter post-game-wise that we can hear about Bryce Harper, so hopefully there is something there. I'm not sure if you're going to get anything from Topper in that instance, so I'm just going to keep refreshing as we get to that case. But we do have a voicemail here on the Anytime Hotline. It is from Sean. It's more of a quicker call on that standpoint, so might as well get to that, get to some of you guys here in a live chat, and then as I constantly refresh Twitter to see if there's anything on regarding Bryce Harper's health. So, what do you got, Sean?
Tough series, but a big series for the fight in the Phils. I mean, Toronto's been a team that, you know, especially playing there, I don't think we've had much success against them, but 2 hard-fought victories. I am concerned about the injuries. I know Harper left early. You got Bohm. Real interested to see what Suarez does tomorrow. But solid win today. It wasn't pretty, but a great job overall by the pitching staff, Christopher Sanchez and the bullpen. Now, don't go to Florida and come away with anything less than 3 out of 4. You have this momentum. You're basically playing a minor league roster. For all intents and purposes, you're going to have 4 home games there. Again, so, and let them win 2 out of 4 or get a series victory. I mean, every win is big this time of year. Get as many as you can.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. You need to win 3 of 4 in Miami. I mean, yes, in the essence, winning 2 of 4 is okay on the standpoint. But like what Sean said, you're basically playing a minor league roster. You got to beat them. You got to beat them. And what's Miami even been doing in the past so many series that they've played? So if we're just looking at Miami in general, they looks like they just won a series against the Giants. They split against the Rockies. They lost a series to the Cubs. They got swept by the Diamondbacks. They lost a series to the Mets. And then, previously. So, they have a rare series win in the books, but, they lose more than they don't. I mean, they lose more than they win. And that's why they have the record that they do have on the year. They're 51-87 for a reason. So, you got to beat them. Got to beat them. And yeah, the Marlins Park definitely will be a glorified home game with all the Phillies fans that travel down there. So, got to beat that team. Gotta. It's demanded. It's expected. Gotta win 3 of 4. Got to win 3 of 4. That is the most important thing right there. And as I try to refresh to see if there's anything specifically on Bryce Harper's health, I am not seeing anything there. So, we're going to wait and see. So, we got some guys here in the comments section. How you doing, Kev? It wasn't pretty. Sanchez was brilliant. Yeah, definitely. 100%. Who's ready to fillet some fish next? This was a very good sign for me. This team is finding ways to win games again. Yeah, that is very important. That was the one thing they were doing in the first half a lot. They found ways to win games, and they got away from that. And it looks like they're doing that again, which is very important and a good sign for this team. Desperately, desperately. Oh, yeah, Sean, I hope Bryce is okay, too. I hope Bryce is okay, too. For the love of God, keep this team healthy. Sit Bryce out for the whole Miami series if you have to. We can't go in the Red October without the full roster. I'm in the position. I don't mind. Here's the thing: would you sacrifice just if you happen to lose a few games because Bryce is not in the lineup? Would you be willing to sacrifice that if he gets healthy for October? I'd do it. I'd personally do it. Toronto's pitching is not good. A good win nonetheless. Yeah, their bullpen is not that good at all. We saw that yesterday. Also checked out BrodesMedia for the first time yesterday after hearing you talking about him. Let me just say that guy has more energy than any human being. Yeah, Hunter's definitely a different breed of person, no doubts. But he's getting there with the whole situation. It's gonna take a while though, but he's getting there. It's good to see him getting back to work though. He will be on WIP after final out today. So if you want to go listen to him, definitely go do that. Because it'll be his first radio show since everything happened. I'll be adding him to my nightly post-game watching. Good. I also live 5 minutes for Hollydale, so I wonder if he is a fellow TWP guy. Don't know if I've ever heard of him until now. Yeah, Hunter definitely was a Hollydale guy. He went to Gloucester Catholic with, Johnny and all of them, so he's very familiar with all that stuff. Dennis, this has a very legitimate chance. They have a very legitimate chance of breaking the record for wins in a season, 101. There is no dead weight on this team. Everybody contributes. We'll see if they get to 100 wins. I know there's a lot of teams in baseball that are not on pace to win 100 games. I don't think any team is on pace to win 100. So, yeah, if they keep winning, they can definitely reach that point. But we'll see. I think right now this team, I say they have between... I think where they finished, I think they finished between 95, 99 wins, somewhere in that range. I think that's where they finish. So, and right now, like I said, there's nothing on the Twitterverse talking about Bryce Harper's health. So, we'll see. Nope. Don't think there's anything else here on the Twitterverse. So, I'm assuming Topper hasn't talked yet. So, that's probably the reason why. But I figured I'd get this recap for you guys early here so you guys can enjoy the rest of your night. Get it out of the way. So, yeah. Think that's it for the time being. And it looks like the internet just spiked there for a little bit. So, probably the best time to end it if not. So, appreciate you guys for tuning in. It was a good series sweep here. 2-game sweep here by the Phillies. Now we got to focus on the Marlins. And also with this weekend, it's going to be a little bit different because the Eagles do start this week on Friday, obviously, in Brazil. So some of the games against Miami might not take the utmost of face value here on the channel, especially on Friday. That is going to be more very Eagles-centric and Eagles-focused. I am planning on live streaming during the Eagles game on Friday, so definitely join here and hang out, watch the first week of NFL in action there. So that the Eagles are definitely going to be taking the priority on Friday. I'm trying to debate if I can get a season preview out tomorrow or Friday afternoon or something like that. That's what I'm trying to plan. That'll probably be more recorded than anything. So we'll definitely figure out the way to go. Or, maybe if, tomorrow instead of doing the Phillies recap, we do the Eagles, preview live stream tomorrow night or something like that. It's definitely something that I still got to mull over and think about right here. But you'll see something pop up in your subscription feed. So definitely just wait for something to pop up there. But as for right now, appreciate you guys tuning in as always. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It does me a great deal of service, everybody. Appreciate you all. Love you.